We're not going to talk about Kamala's money.
it don't matter.
Okay,
Both.
We're talking about Trump's money. You ain't say both.
Y'all running off of Kamala because she black, but she married white. Like, that's another thing I don't get. Like, everybody says I'm not racist, but stop telling me I got to choose this lady because she black. She didn't choose black when she was ready to marry and procreate. Why the fuck I got to choose black?
She went to HBCU. Come on now.
Man, white people go to HBCUs.
Not like
what
that. Come
mean?
on, man.
Listen, if having a black family is not of importance to you, then I'm not going to believe that you're going to go in the White House and make the black family an importance to you in the White House.
YBW family, y'all go ahead and smash that like button. It helps us get our content out to more people, and it also helps us to continue to grow our community, and it's absolutely free. As y'all can see, Angie Staton is smoking this interview with comedian Pierre, which was a absolutely wonderful and informative and funny interview, because even though Pierre believes what he's saying, he actually makes it comical throughout the interview. So I really enjoyed it. Y'all go over to his page and check out the full interview. Angie, in this particular part of the video, is making a point about something that's been a hot topic. Black people are saying, how could you choose to vote for a white president over a black woman? And she's saying, well, why do I have to choose a black person when she didn't? She chose to marry a white Jewish husband, and she chose to adopt his white Jewish children. She wasn't concerned about marrying a black man or having a black family, which if she actually had children by him, she would have a black family. Some of you guys would probably consider that to be mixed, but we already know that that's a black family. Well, partially a black family because of her and the kids. But at the same time, I think it's a great point. And people are saying, well, that's self-hating. I've been called a self-hating person. I've been called a coon and other things because I decided to vote for Trump or support Trump versus Kamala. And I done it based on the issues because I believe anybody, any sensible voter that is making a decision about who they should choose to vote for, they should be making that decision based off the issues, based off this person's record, their policies, their vision for the future, and whether you and your family and your community is aligned with those visions. So that's it. Identity politics, we need to do away with identity politics in our community. I'm not voting for nobody based off their race, their gender, or their sexual preference. That won't happen. We need to get away from that because all skin folks, like y'all love to say, ain't kin folks. And to me, in my personal humble opinion, Kamala doesn't have a record of supporting black people. All she has a record of doing is driving black men and women into prison. But let's go ahead and see what else she had to say during this interview.
If it's not important to you to have a black husband or to have black children, why am I running on you? Black?
And Trump ain't got no blacks around him.
Right.
Exactly. Right. He gonna go in the White House and do something for blacks because it's Trump.
Listen,
that nigga don't see blacks.
I trust him more than I trust her. He know he white. He know who he is.
Oh, so you want to dance with the devil?
Kamala don't know whether she white, black, or Asian.
She's black. She said she mentioned it many times.
She ain't married black and she ain't got no black
because
kids.
You ain't married black, don't mean you ain't black.
No, that mean a lot. That tells me about your preference and that tells me about your choices.
Sidney Poitier married a white woman.
Listen,
the man says Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier, my man, ain't running for president though.
Poitier ain't sitting up here telling me to vote for him because he black.
Is he black?
He not telling me to vote for him because he black. I'm not voting for you just because you're black, especially when you are married white.
You better learn. You better learn how to support black folks.
Man, please.
You heard him say, you better learn? Ain't that some shit?
Come on.
I do, but you got to support black people back. I want to support.
That's
I can't
right.
support a black woman with a black husband and some black children.
Oh, you're right. Well, but you're supporting a white man who has no black.
I mean, she married to a white man. I've never been with a white man in my life.
You ain't missing out.
She married to a white man.
I don't know, but I'm just
she sleep with a white man. She answered to a white man. What's the difference between her and me?
That's
The
true.
only thing is I'm not sleeping with him.
Oh.
I go to work. I advocate. I get shit done. I don't have to. I ain't never had a pink penis in my mouth.
How you know she work? Man, you work for the white man, okay? You work for the white man.
I can work for him.
Tap in.
I don't sleep with him though.
Okay. We got to turn this off. We so happy.
I'm sure you probably work for him
Thank you
too.
for stopping. Ooh. No, I've been a self-made man since '93.
Well, I'm self-made too. I'm a consultant.
Okay.
I advise those white men on what they should do for our community.
And she does.
That's what I do.
And that's what she gonna do when she becomes the president. She gonna advise these white folks
white men
what to
advise her.
Man, you all okay. Delete this whole episode.
Funny as hell. So, for those that don't know, Angie Staton is a former convicted felon. She was pardoned by President Trump. She also worked with him on the First Step Act, his administration, to actually put a part in the bill that says that pregnant women cannot be handcuffed to beds while they're giving birth, which is something that I believe is inhumane. If you handcuff a pregnant woman who's going through terrible pain to try to give birth, she shouldn't be handcuffed because she needs to be able to move freely to make herself comfortable. So that's an awesome thing. I'm a supporter of hers. She also has Auntie Angie's house down in Georgia, to where basically they help mothers, many of which who at some point thought about aborting their babies. This is like abortion prevention. So y'all, let's go ahead and support that. But getting back to some of the points in the video, comedian Pierre brought up a point that I hear so many times. She went to a HBCU, where an HBCU means a historically black college or university, right? It does not mean black only college and university. So we all know that white people go there, Asian people go there, Indian people go there, but the majority of people that go there and attend those schools are black people. That's fine. But what does that have to do with me choosing a candidate? What does that have to do with my pocketbook? What does that have to do with illegal immigration, the economy as a whole? What does that have to do with these wars that are widening in Ukraine and in the Middle East? Her school has absolutely nothing to do with that. I always hear people bring up this, oh, well, Ketanji Brown Jackson went to this particular school. She went to an HBCU, and she's in a different sorority than her. And Ketanji Brown Jackson might be potentially swearing Kamala Harris in if she wins the election. Man, miss me with the symbolism. I want to know if your policies will help to make my life better, my family's life better, my community's life better, and America as a whole. I want to know, what are you going to do about these wars? I don't want my nephews and my homies' kids going over to fight a war because you guys continue to fund these conflicts. So your sorority and what school you went to and what neighborhood you went to and what race you are and what gender you are or what you choose to be, do in your bedroom has absolutely nothing to do with policy, your record, and your vision for the future of this country. So, no, I'm not supporting anybody based on any of those things. And I think that in this country, as black people, we should know. We could take a look at one of you guys' favorite presidents, President Obama. And we should know that just because you got black skin don't mean you're going to do things for black people. Look at the mayors in Chicago. We've had 2 black mayors in Chicago who have done absolutely nothing for black people. Look at the Congressional Black Caucus, a huge caucus, probably one of the biggest caucuses in Congress. And look, we don't have anything for black people. So I need you guys to get this out of your head that you should vote for a person simply because they're black. And obviously, going back to the point that she made, why the fuck do I have to choose a black person or a so-called black person? Because I think Candace Owens, to be honest with you, has presented legitimate evidence to the point that she actually is not black and she's fully Indian. But the majority of corporate media, left-leaning media, and we know why, won't pick the story up and look deeper into it and put the story out. But at the same time, why should I have to choose her because she's black when she didn't choose a black husband. She didn't have a black family. And like I said, for me, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter to me who you choose to love. But if you're going to make this thing about race, about color, then let's not make it a double standard. Why can't I choose a white guy that I feel like fits the vision of what I want to see happen in this country versus just choosing this lady here because she's black? So I think that's something that we need to think long and hard about. And I don't care who you choose in this election. It's fully up to you. I don't have a problem with people who support Kamala Harris, Jill Stein. I'm fond of Jill Stein and some of the things that she supports. She actually has a black agenda. She has in her agenda, part of her policies and her vision to end the wars in Ukraine and Israel. I respect that. Or if you're a person that chooses to vote for Donald Trump, it's your prerogative as an American to choose exactly who you feel like you want to choose to be the president. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you're not a part of our family, the Young Black and Wealthy family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join our family. If you want to support this channel, the best way that you can support this channel is by liking, commenting, and subscribing and sharing with other people that you know. You can also go down into our description and follow us on all platforms. And if you would like to make a donation to support Black media, to support this channel, you may also do that. The link is in our bio. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Don't forget to get a family a hug from me. See y'all in the next video.